Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how I draw faces just like this. You guys have been commenting asking for this video for a while, so I thought I'd finally make this tutorial and walk you through how I do it. To sketch these out, I'm just going to be using a regular pencil and a kneaded eraser. A couple tips before we start. What you don't want to do is press down really hard with the pencil like this. Instead, what you want to do is be really light with the pencil like this and just sketch it out. You don't want to commit to lines too harshly because you want to be able to erase stuff. And another tip is you want to try draw with your whole arm, not just your hand, if that makes sense. So you want to try move your whole arm when you're doing it and stay loose. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to be drawing Batman first. So step one is I always start with just a circle or kind of oval. And then the next thing I'm doing is drawing this line where the mask is to map that out. And then next of all, I'm going to start mapping out the ears and the top of the head. So like I said in the tip I just gave a minute ago, you want to keep these lines all really light. You don't want to push down too hard. A big mistake I see a lot of beginner artists make is they commit way too early to lines and they start like drawing the eye in really hard pencil, and you don't want to do that. You want to try sketch out the whole thing before you start going in with harder lines. So here I'm just starting to map out the nose and the eyebrow ridges. Because there's very harsh shadows on his face here, so I'm just going to map out the area where the eyes go and then draw the eyes in. Adding in the mouth here, you just want to keep looking at the reference and trying to see where stuff fits in, like look at the distance between like the mask line and the mouth and try to get it as accurate as possible. It might take a few tries, and that's why you want to be able to erase stuff. Also, I am very sick right now, so that's why my voice sounds like this, so sorry about that, but I just wanted to get this video made already. Here I'm trying to map out the eyes. They looked a bit too far apart at first and they didn't look like they were at the same height, so it took me a few tries, but like I keep saying, that's why you want to be able to erase stuff, and these clips are slightly sped up just to make it an easier watch for you guys. But yeah, you just want to keep things light and you really want to just try find the lines. Like, don't be afraid to erase stuff. I hardly ever get it right on my first try. It takes a few tries. So here we go. I'm erasing it to go over it again. I usually do this a few times and just go back over it just because I want to try to get it as accurate to the reference as possible. So you want to just keep looking at the reference, have the reference up on an image beside you like a tablet or computer. And now in this part, I am starting to press down harder with the pencil because I'm more confident with these lines after sketching it out. But I'm not pressing down all the way. You don't want to do it really hard, and especially if you're planning on colouring after like I usually do. I never press super hard with it. And here I start adding some cross-hatching. This is a great technique for shading drawings and adding detail. And then I start cross-hatching in the shadowed bits, so like the eyes and the nose you'll see here. This is just mapping out, for me personally, it's where I'm going to colour in black. But also, even if you're just doing a pencil drawing, I think cross-hatching looks great. It's like a really clean way to shade. If you guys don't know what cross-hatching is, I'm sure you can look it up or I can make a tutorial. It's really simple. It's just shading with lines like that where they all go in the same direction. Sometimes if you want stuff to be darker, you do like two different directions on top of each other, so like you're crisscrossing them. A little tip for drawing teeth here, less is always more. You don't want to draw all the teeth, so I do the side bits that are black and then I just draw a couple lines indicating the teeth. You don't want to draw a bunch of squares for every single one. It doesn't look good. Just less is more. And then here I'm just putting in some final touches, a bit more cross-hatching, drawing in some of the details of the face and maybe a little bit of stubble I think as well, and then that will be it finished for the sketch. So there we have the Batman sketch. I'm going to do another drawing for you guys now, another example. I'm going to draw Conquest. So once again, you guys already know the drill. I'm starting off with a circle and I'm doing this line to kind of indicate the front of the face versus the side of the face since he's at this side-on angle. After that, I'm just starting to sketch out the face, like the cheek there, and then I'm doing the nose, the top of the head. Then I'm going to go in and do the jawline, just keeping it very loose. Keep looking at the reference and just trying to sketch it out as accurate as possible. Don't be afraid to go over lines, erase stuff, you know, you just want to try find the right lines. This early stage of the process, keeping it light and sketchy is just so key. I can't emphasize it enough. It's so key. I always see beginners going too hard with the pencil, but you really want to keep it really loose and sketchy while you're just trying to plot it all out and figure out where it fits in. Now here I'm starting to feel pretty confident with how I've got it mapped out, so I erase it a bit and I start going in with a slightly harder pencil strokes, not too hard though, so I can still erase it. But since I feel like I've got it kind of plotted out, I know where stuff fits in with each other, I'm just starting to put in some of the details as well now. I'll be honest, drawing his, I guess his right eye, it's on our left side, but whatever. The eye with the scar, it gave me some trouble here. I had to try quite a few times to get it right. It was kind of a tricky angle. But the key is just to keep trying, keep going over it, erasing it. And if you want to get better at drawing faces, you just have to put the practice in and draw a ton of faces. I'm not the best at drawing them now, but I'm way better than I used to be just because I practiced it so much. But yeah, practice is just the biggest thing for getting better at this. I used to suck at drawing faces. Not that I'm the best now, but practicing has made me a lot better. Just going to speed this clip up so you guys can see the finished drawing. I hope this video helped you guys with drawing faces. I don't use any methods, I just draw a circle and go for it, but that's what works best for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Comment what other tutorials you want to see.